Hey everyone, and welcome to the tutorial. Since the release of the household computer, one thing has been certain for anybody. Whether you're a gamer or you're video editing, you're doing sound, music, running multiple applications, maybe you're a data analyst. Computers, you need to upgrade your memory. It's just how it is. In this video, we'll be starting with just the disassembly and reassembly of putting in your memory. It's a very simple process, only a couple steps, nothing to be intimidated about it, so let's just get into it. First and foremost, you want to make sure that your computer is completely powered down. Now that means going to the back of the computer, after you shut it down through Windows, of course, go to the back of the computer, find a little power switch. It'll look like this because I'll be editing it in, and you'll just flip that. When you flip that switch, you should notice all the lights on the inside die out. Once all those lights die out, then it's safe for you to unplug the power cord. You don't want to do it beforehand because you might mess up your computer. After removing that cable, you want to remove all the other cables as well, just so that way you have some free range. You could lay down the computer if you need a little more leverage or anything like that. For the safety of this tutorial, I recommend if you have somewhere where there's no carpet, I would do this where there's no carpet. What tends to happen is if you're wearing socks, or even if you're not, sometimes people just have highly frictionless spaces, and if you touch something on the inside here and you shock it, that could be the end of your computer, and you don't want that. So make sure you ground it, touch some metal. If you want to put gloves on, put some gloves on. Just make sure they're non-conducive gloves, you know. And yeah, let's just get into it. At this step, you'll want to remove the screws that are holding in the side panel. Now for my computer, you'll see here in the video that there are 2 screws, one on the top, one on the bottom. It's a very simple kind of panel where it just slides in and slides out. Once you remove that side panel, you're gonna see all the inner workings of the computer, and we'll be one step closer to switching out your RAM. Now you'll notice 2 little sticks inside the computer, or 4. They'll be in straight lines and right next to each other. It should be right next to a fan that's on the motherboard. Now that is your memory. You're gonna see clamps that are holding it. Now on some motherboards, one side only releases and one side stays stiff, or both sides release. Check to make sure. You'll notice because when you go to push like this, it's kind of shaped so that your thumb can kind of push away. On my system, there's only one side that you flip and then it'll release the memory. Now, there is some tug that is required, but obviously you want to be gentle. Have a gentle touch when you're doing that. Same for when you're placing the RAM in. Take the new memory, make sure you line up the little slots. You'll see that inside the memory, there is a little sliver. That little sliver will tell you where your memory should be placed. So line up the new memory, slide that in there, and then make sure that when you're pushing in, the clamp will come down itself. Okay, you're not gonna put the clamp down yourself. You push it in, the clamp comes down. Because if you do it yourself, there's a chance that the memory might be loose and then your computer won't turn on and you'll be trying to figure out why. Now that you have your new memory installed, everything should be good to go. So put the side paneling back on, plug everything back in, flip that switch, power her on, give her a whirl. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one.